Good morning, second grade. In case you missed our Zoom meeting or you had a few questions, you can watch this video to hear about our lesson. So yesterday we learned all about magic 10, which meant that when we have 10 sticks, it equals 100. So we are going to talk a little bit more about how we can group 10 sticks to create hundreds blocks and to help us count easier and quicker. So I want to show you really quick. If I have all of these 10 sticks on my board, I'm going to keep placing them while I talk. And each 10 stick represents a bundle of 10, okay? So I want you to think about each 10 sticks equals a row or a bundle of 10. So if I have this many 10 sticks, I need to figure out an easier way to count them, right? Because right now, if each bundle equals 10, that's a lot of counting. So we are going to count, we're going to skip count by tens to see what our first row is, okay? So remember, each one of these equals a bundle of 10. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So our first row, and I'm going to condense this, and I'm going to bring in one of our hundreds blocks. So our first pile equals 100. But what about my second pile? Let's count that one too. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So we know yet again that this pile also equals a hundreds block. Okay, so my two magic tens created my hundreds block. So I know that the number I would have right now, if I get rid of my 10 sticks, the number I have represented right now is 200. And I know that because this is my hundreds place, my tens place, and my ones place. So the only blocks I have on the board are my hundreds blocks, and I have 2. So 2 goes in my hundreds place. I don't have any tens on the board, so there's a 0 in tens, and I have no ones. So I have a 0 in my ones place. But now I want you to think, so that was, we had all tens, no leftover tens. But what happens if we do have a leftover 10? What do we do then? So I'm going to put some more of our sticks, our 10 sticks, on the board. I'm going to put these here. Okay, so now I want to count, and I want to see if we have a bundle of 10, right? Because 10 is that magic number where we can group up. So if we have 9, we can't group up, right? We need that magic 10. So let's count and see if we have 10 sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We do. We have 10 sticks. So I'm going to put a hundreds block over my 10 sticks. And look at that. It covers them up perfectly. But I still have some leftover tens. So what does that mean? Because I can't group these and get rid of them and put a hundreds in, right? Because I don't have 10. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep these in our tens place. So if we're writing our number down in our hundreds, tens, and ones places, I know that I have 100, right? Because I have one 100 block, and I have 3 tens, 10, 20, 30. So a 3 is going to go in my tens place. And then I still have 0 ones. So our number went from 10 sticks to 130 because we were able to group. Now that we've practiced, I want to pose one last problem for you. So I want you to think, we invited 200 of our closest friends to a picnic, but we only have 50 sandwiches made. Okay, so I'm going to write 200 people, and we only have 50 sandwiches made. So we need to figure out how many more sandwiches we need to feed our friends. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of a lot of our 10 blocks or our 10 sticks, and I want to just have 50 on my board. Okay, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, so now I need to think, how am I going to get to 200? So we should keep working with our magic 10, and we are going to group, because that's going to make it a lot easier to keep track of what number we're on. So we have 50. How many more 10 sticks do we need to get to 100? What do you think about that? We need, so if I'm at 50, I'm going to go 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, right? Because we had, in order to represent the 50 sandwiches, we had 5 10 sticks on our board. So we had to add 5 more to equal 100. So now we have 100 sandwiches for our friends. How many more sandwiches do we need? If we need 200, 200 minus 100 is 100. So we need 100 more sandwiches. So I'm going to count more 10 sticks, right? I know that I need 10 because that is my magic number. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So I'm going to put a hundreds block once again. So we needed 150 more sandwiches than we started with, right? Because we started with 50, and this is how many we added. We added 150. I know it's a little hard to see. And that's what it looks like in tens, right? So it's a lot easier when we group it and we can put our hundreds block on. So you are going to do an assignment today that has you work with grouping tens again.